Community Radio, 10:26 of the time. Paul Kritz with you, Community Service, the show. Coming up at noon, remember, we've got Redwood Voice, Community News, and here in the studio, live, Adriana Harris. Adriana, how you doing today?
Hi, I'm great.
You
How
all
are
right?
you?
That's all right. You sound so...
Chipper?
Yes, exactly. I'm not sure I like that. You are here to discuss dark lens photography, and I've been looking forward to this. I think this should be, as long as you do dark lens, can you promise to come in every year
Yeah,
and discuss with
absolutely.
it? It's a
Here.
lot of fun. I also joined in the studio Persephone and Sebastian. Okay, everybody's mic is working great.
Oh, yeah.
So, Adriana, what's up with dark lens? It's a different scene this year. It's not like last time.
Yeah, we came out swinging this year.
Right.
We've done bigger and crazier shoots than I imagined possible. We've broken in a secondary makeup artist to help us.
Yeah.
We started out kind of slow. Breeze transitioned jobs. Now she's a tattoo artist. So
Oh my God.
we have, so much stuff has gone on, but half of my salon is also studio space, and it's all
Right.
backdropped all the time. There's, my poor clients, all the crazy props and limbs and skeletons everywhere that aren't just Halloween decorations. So it's gotten pretty big this year.
Yeah, so why is that? What happened during the course of the year? You guys just caught on with the public? People went, "Oh, I want to get involved."
Well, I kept shooting all year.
Mm-hmm.
I shot some stuff that wasn't necessarily dark lens, just trying to kind of get the hang of things because, I'm only a year into photography.
Do you do all the photography?
Now I've been doing all the photography.
Wow, okay.
And I've upgraded my camera. It's been a venture. I've done a lot of you pretty things, but even my pretty things are pretty dark still. But just trying to get the hang of things. People are just so excited still, and like we were doing like scary shots on Easter even, and
wow.
so just trying to stay busy and trying to keep moving forward. And then Bree's triumphant return, we did an 8 model shoot, including her, and the other person that's been helping us is Bailey Lesna, and she jumped right in the shot too. We did killer clowns. We went big. 8 models was a lot. 5 hours of makeup.
Was that last one?
No, that was we had killer clowns, so it was 8 different clowns.
Oh God! Oh, okay. I don't know.
Yeah.
I've got to look on the page and see if I remember that shoot.
Yeah.
I don't think I do.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's mostly
man.
been overwatched by the recents. I'm in love
Yeah.
with the Manson shoot.
Oh yeah, the Manson shoot. That's a.
We were actually just talking beforehand. If you should do a series, the next one's him in his jail cell with the guitar.
So I actually kind of felt bad about that shoot because I'm like, hi, can you just come in your normal clothes and we're gonna let your hair down and put an X on your forehead. I'm all sorry, just wear black.
Apparently, there are other shoots where you have very high costume design.
Yeah, and that
Still,
was the Manson girls are natural, right? So we did make up them and costume them. Obviously, there's a lot of blood and yeah.
Not to draw eyes away from what you do, but for me with that shoot, that bus.
Okay, so we didn't plan on that bus.
Really? It was a gratuitous
I
bus?
had that bus scouted. It was ready.
Uh-huh.
I planned on using it for Texas Chainsaw Massacre, but I'm in love with the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and at the beginning of it, there's the whole hitchhiker scene, and I was going to use it for that. Well, I've used that property 2 weekends in a row, and my friend who owns the bus just happened to pull up to watch our shoot, and I'm like, oh, bring it over. Can I use it? Because it was a beautiful sunny day, terrible for what I do. So we pulled it into the shade and piled it full of Manson girls. It was pretty awesome. Yeah,
That is awesome.
yeah, it was awesome.
So of all the shoots that you've done this year, we were talking when you came by, because you came by and you're scouting sort of the Fug compound here for a
Yeah.
possible shoot, and there's a lot of dark lens worthy things I think around, certainly just all up and down Elk Valley Road too. But we were talking about that last shoot, which you had said I'm trying to remember how you likened. It was the shoot with the baby doll and looked
Yeah.
like the abattoir.
Which is not the
and
latest shoot.
That isn't the. Is there a new one?
Oh no, there's the Little Witchcraft for Your Sunday one. I really like that one.
Oh,
Yeah.
I need to look at that one. I'm not sure I've seen that.
Don't know the folks, but just dressed in all their finest witchery.
Yeah.
Skulls.
You had said it was if the hills have eyes.
And Deliverance had a love child.
That's it. Exactly.
Yes.
That one. That's the first time I've seen anything that you photographed that I was conscious. Every time I look at what you do, and I go, "Oh, that's beautiful. That's weird. That's interesting. That's cool." That was disturbing.
Yeah.
And there was something inside went, "Ooh." And, not in a bad way. That's
Yeah.
kind of what you're going for, is that kind of pushing a little button. And you're like, whoa, what was it about that? For me, it was the baby doll. That's what I think did
The
it.
pig man in the underwear. I mean,
God.
I worked on those underwear for like all day. Like I had them on. I had them on, wearing them. Casey is helping me stretch them out. We're dipping them in tea, and I'm all. Are you done with your coffee? Can I use the grounds?
Oh, wow.
Or I worked hard on those underwear. How dare you?
I'm sorry. The underwear was the least disquieting thing in the photograph for me. I was, oh my God.
So that one, I planned to that one for quite a while. I was just like deliverance, but it was, it's so ordinary. So I had to add a little, I know saying deliverance is ordinary is a thing in its own, but I had to add a little gore beyond like just what deliverance was. So, the pig man was supposed to be in a different shot, so I was like, well, squeal like a pig, let's just mesh it together. But I was scared to death to share that one, because I'm like, okay, I'm really airing out my gross right here.
Right.
People
I
are
didn't know that
really
came with a warning. I noticed.
yeah, I had to gore warning. I added it. I believe I did it as a reel first. I hid some of the gory pictures into the album. It was intense, and believe it or not, there's shots I could not share because I would have been in Facebook jail in like 2 seconds. Oh my God. Yeah, I held back. Isn't that worse?
I had self-censoring is the worst, the most
Yeah.
insidious kind of censoring.
To congratulate you for just going so
Yeah.
far for the art.
That is, and I hadn't thought about. Of course, that would be a concern that like Facebook would go nope,
Yeah.
and shut you down like that. Wow.
No, they haven't said nope yet.
So was that the first shoot that you've had any sort of trepidation about sharing?
No, the Manson girls, of course. I actually had a Manson girl back out because she was concerned about,
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
but I mean, and that's understandable. We definitely don't want to push anybody's feelings. And when anybody shoots with me, I generally ask them if they have any issue, like we did, an exorcism. We've done other things that I wanted to make sure that people didn't have any like kind of background or anybody in their life that might question them, or I don't know, trying to be respectful of people. Models.
Is there anything that is too far for you?
Yeah, there was something a little far on that
shot.
You,
can you discuss it at all, or is it something?
I mean, for the same reason I didn't share it. It was a little assaulty.
Okay. Yeah,
so
yeah.
I just like, but when I'm like, ooh, that's in poor taste. I'm like, probably assault, anything sexual assault.
Okay,
is
right.
too far for me.
Sure.
And, I don't know what else. It would just have to.
It kind of breaches real horror from
Yeah.
the fun
Yeah.
horror. 'Cause,
Yeah.
despite the fact it's all creepy, everyone looks like they're having a lot of I can tell they're having
they had
fun.
a great time. So and then a real baby, I didn't want, and I'm really weird about kids being in it. Like if I have a creepy kid, like I have a little girl doll.
You've had some creepy kids.
I
Yeah.
love the Wraith one with the
The
mirror.
Wraith, yeah. I
Yeah.
called it Dollies and Wraiths. That one actually placed in a local art show.
Right.
I entered the local art show at the Harbor.
I'm sorry,
Crescent
we
Harbor
hadn't
Gallery.
discussed that. They're still hanging
Yeah,
there,
they're
right?
still hanging. That one got an honorable mention. That one was awesome. Dollies and Wraiths. That's Stella Campbell.
That's so cool.
Yeah,
That
I
was
remember
a
that
good
one.
time. So, She was actually the first like teaser I shared of her running down a log backwards, and she has the grossest mask on, and it's like a double vision one, and she's giggling, and her mom Vanessa Campbell and I are like, ooh, oh gosh, what is happening?
Gotta get a recording of that giggle so we could do like.
Yeah, no, it was terrible, and we were like booking it out of the woods. We're all looking behind us, and it was scary. That little girl's scary. She's actually the little girl that was in my Krampus shoot last December. So she's great. I mean, people were actually really concerned because it looks like she's being abducted.
Right.
Double vision.
Yeah, that is the double vision.
Freaky.
I remember that one too. Yeah.
So, but we had to share like happy pictures of her, so people I'm like, this is my proof she was having a good time.
Oh my God.
I bribed her with ice cream. You know,
She was into this.
That little girl will do anything creepy for some food. She is easily won over, and she loves it. She has a great time.
That's wonderful. Yeah. No children were traumatized.
No children have been traumatized. There was a child in the Deliverance and Hills Have Eyes one, but that little kid loves horror too.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's been pretty fun. We've had a good time.
So you've been getting out and checking out what's going on. What's your involvement with David's Haunted Manor this year?
Oh, we actually sponsored them this year. We really want it to happen. They kind of take a little bit of heat during like 4th of July and stuff.
Do they really?
Yeah, they bring the horror to the 4th of July parade.
Yeah.
And
That's the one part of the parade I end up remembering.
Yeah, I think it's
best
great.
part.
I'm like, you can't censor who is involved in your community. You have the good, bad, and the ugly, right? And I feel like we are part of their ugly community. You can't shoo us. I joined an art gallery. I'm all, hey, here you go.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, I placed first and third and an honorable mention. So every one of my photos placed.
You're in the money. Wow.
I toned down the gore for that. But, they all placed. So it was a People's Choice Award.
Well,
so the people have spoken.
I'm glad you placed. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry you had to sell out to do it.
I know. It was funny. I was going to take those. Those pictures were taken. But, so David's Haunted Manor, I've volunteered a couple of times with them. Like what we've said before in our last interview, is there's just not really a place for like creepy people. They need a spot too. They need something. And oh my gosh, you guys, this haunt is going to be.
I know.
It's scary. It's scary with the lights on. It's scary building.
Just just being in the empty.
That big empty
casino,
building, it is something special. And there are spots that you can't go into, obviously. It.
Yeah, I certainly can with my meniscus.
I like the stage wink that was almost audible on the radio.
Visual gags.
I was maybe improvising yesterday. I'm like, come look at this. Oh wait.
Oh, wow. All right.
Oh, I've seen that whole building.
Yeah.
I was there with Dave when we first got the keys. I'm like, oh, cool. I'm gonna look around everything.
I ran around with their kids, and then I was like, oh, I'm not supposed to be, stay in line, Adri, stay in line. But man, do they have some props that I'm like, hey.
Ah, okay,
hey.
All right.
So where'd you get that? How long is it going to be here? What can we do? But no, we sponsored them. Bree and I are actually going to be on their opening night, full garb. Nice. We're going to be a part of it. We're going to be causing a ruckus, running around, maybe getting in it. Who knows? Oh, it sounds like we have free reign to terrify the masses.
Oh, right on.
So, actually, one of our killer clowns, I saw him signing up to be an actor yesterday, like some of our other friends. I think it's going to be really good this year.
So yesterday was Sebastian, who was involved quite heavily with the haunt. Yesterday was the deadline for signing up for to be volunteer.
Yeah, for in person, of course. There's all going in and being like, yes, I will sign up on this paper. But of course, there's Facebook texting.
You can do it still that way.
Yeah, I've found that it ends up happening that way every year.
Yeah.
It's like, yes, we missed the days that we sign up. Well, I found out about it, so I'm going to text you now and tell you my availability.
Right. So how many people are involved?
I don't know. That's not my purview. I'm the advertising guy.
There was quite a few people on there. Yeah. I was helping yesterday while they were people were kind of filtering through, and I saw actually quite a few people come through. So. I think it's going to be good. They're really nice people. I hadn't ever met them before. I mean, I was so involved with Derby when they were like getting going. Actually, one of the times they were doing one at the fairgrounds, we were still practicing.
Oh, wow.
So we were like, do you see all the clowns in that? Like, awesome, right?
Yeah.
So it seems like they've been doing it for quite a while, and this one's going to
is
be
kind of, yeah.
special. And
Yeah.
I mean, this space is, I heard somebody refer to it as a unicorn, and
Yeah.
this space is
Wow.
amazing. And it's big.
Yeah.
It's a big, I mean, part of it they can't use, but the general space is huge.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be great.
I'm really looking forward to that, and I have to go through twice because I have to take. I'm pretty sure I'll have to take my wife Lisa through with the kids.
Yeah. In the
she's
sensory one.
Yeah, just with the kids, because if there are dolls involved,
Yeah.
she's
Oh.
not going to stick around.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I know there are dolls. I know.
Wink, 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 wink. Yeah, Casey's been trying to get me to go for years, and I'm not. I like suspenseful horror. I'm not generally a jump scare kind of person.
All right. Okay.
Probably
that's-
because I have so much karma coming at me from trying to scare him every 2 seconds. Yeah,
You
you
know what I
know?
mean
you jump
about
out at
suspense,
Case?
though?
I'm sorry.
do-
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I know what you mean about suspense, though. We've
Yeah.
had like ideas for the haunt. Like, what if you had like a dark room you have to cross, and no one
Yeah.
jumps out at you, but there's just people definitely
That
in there.
There's
you can
definitely,
sense
or you
there.
can hear them breathing.
Right? Yeah.
Or like a dark hallway, you have someone going between the doors.
Yeah. And you
Yeah.
just know something's going on, but you don't know what.
That's the most scary to me. I
Yeah.
feel like I
It's not in
pushed
your
that.
face; it just
Yeah,
is there.
yeah, just that creepy vibe, you know. But
So I mean, it's an interesting thing because I see, yeah, the folks behind David's Haunted Manor and Dark Lens kind of all being in the same sort of milieu, right? Mm-hmm. But it's interesting to note that that's not your kind of
I know.
of jolt.
but I'm definitely 100% supporting them.
Oh,
I
yeah,
mean,
yeah.
and we have so many people involved this year in Dark Lens
Mm-hmm.
that I've been encouraging. Like, I mean, I've been doing 7 and 8 people shots lately.
Right.
So, and I've been trying to encourage as many as I can to go. I'm like, oh, you like this creepy stuff too? Hey, there's this other group of people that could use you and could use the community support. And I mean, just support in general, whether you want to be an actor or not.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, these people are working hard to make
Yeah.
something happen. So
Yeah.
I just think it's really cool, and we'll work something out, and I know that they're supportive of us as well. So
And it seems like that Dark Lens, as well as David, sort of came out of the last 2 years, came out of the pandemic, and like you said, you just really came out big, and that they did the same sort of thing. Is there any? I mean, do you feel like I know you just started and you were doing this during the pandemic.
yep.
Do you just sense that in the community, that there's just a bunch of there's a big readiness in the community to get involved in things like this?
I think that there's just kind of a misrepresentation of alternative folks in the community. I think that we're all here. I think that generally sometimes it's frowned upon, and we just needed platforms to get out there and to do something different. And like, I didn't even know the David's Haunted Manor people. I feel like Joanne has come through my salon, but I had never met her until I handed her a check and told her I wanted to support her. So I met David going to help clean. They're neat people, and I just feel like some of these ventures are what kind of pulls us all together. And it's nice to know that I'm not alone being a weirdo, but Bree's with me. But it's nice to know there are other kind of weirdos in town to band together.
If I may say, just being one of those girls in the community who loves all things creepy and spooky, but is also just too busy to have fun. This is a very, like, just seeing all of this work, it's like such a longing, like, I want to, the aesthetics, the costuming, I want to do something like this.
Yeah.
No, I love that you characterize what you do as providing an outlet, for the community larger. I mean, a lot of, I can see people who just are into this, they're doing this, and they're just getting their own personal yah-yahs. But yeah, I know that's not the kind of person you are. It also provides just a larger sort of like, safety valve for the community in a lot of ways. Give folks who aren't represented in all the mainstream media around, who might want to dress up differently and do some fun things and creepy things, and find out where that line is inside.
Yeah.
That's like discomforting, you know?
Yeah, I've had to just create my own outlets over the years. Like, I'm all, hey, Derby, let's start a league.
Right.
Hey, let's become a photographer tomorrow. My husband just laughs at me every time I want to do something. He's like, okay, here we go. We're doing the next thing. But we just support each other's ventures. We're both super creative. So this year he's been my rock through most of my shots. He's holding an umbrella over my camera in the rain. I mean, the guy is. I couldn't ask for a better partner in.
No,
you know.
And you do seem like a Del Norte power couple, at least in our estimation. Head Case and Adrian. Yeah. And you do things, and you don't do things anybody else does.
I mean, that's kind of fun, right?
Right. Exactly. And then bringing other people along on the journey. So, what's next for Darklands?
Well, we're going hard this month.
You got lots of shoots through October?
Yes.
Okay.
I actually I overdid it a little bit on the last 3. I was like, whew, or the last 3 large ones.
Gotta take a day after.
My brain hasn't come back from the circus yet. Honestly, I'm like clowns. And I don't know how to get past the killer clowns. I was having such a good time with that. Maybe I'll have to do more clowns. Actually,
maybe that's what you're telling yourself subconsciously, right? You're not done with the clowns, or the clowns aren't done with you.
We're totally bringing the circus to the haunt.
The circus
Right on.
Oh, that's going to be interesting.
Yeah, we're totally bringing the circus with us to the first night of David's Haunted Manor. We can't, obviously this is our busy time too, so we can't be there every night, but we'll try to jump in and help where possible, but we're going for it on that day. New costume came last night.
Ooh,
that's going to be my clown costume.
Your clown? Okay, all right.
I will be a clown as well on the 14th.
If you want to see that live, that's 9 days from now.
Yeah.
Just 9 days from now.
One
Just
night
9
only.
days
One
from
night
now.
only.
One night. Oh, wow. We should maybe do some sort of opening
Is
night.
the haunt only one night?
No.
Darklands will be
yeah.
at the haunt for one night.
And we have to be
so.
there.
We won't be taking pictures. There's actually a photographer that's going to be there, but we won't be the ones shooting.
I say there'll be multiple
need
photographers. I'm
to
going to be
start-
videographer, I guess. I'll be in there.
Yeah.
You'll be in
Oh,
there.
cool.
I'm going to be doing.
Do we need to start on maybe our spooky series where we're talking about doing ghost hunts, and so we come in as like the hunters, as everything fucks with us?
That's good.
I mean,
Oh,
alternatively,
you guys should be ghost hunters.
we've been talking about like the McNulty House, the Brother Jonathan
Oh, yeah.
Cemetery.
Yeah.
Maybe we like
we
as
would
Darklands.
absolutely love to be a part of your ghost hunters adventures.
What's the creature for each?
What's that?
And we can have like maybe a creature for each, because it's like, well, we were out here for
Creature
several hours.
feature.
And
Yeah.
What can we? I mean, how could we involve you in a ghost hunt?
I don't know.
Because
You are the ghost.
exactly
Yeah,
right.
we the ghosts. We like to be in it too. I actually haven't been in a shot in probably a year.
It would
Actually,
be a spookified-
tomorrow is the anniversary of our very first shot.
Oh,
so
wow.
1 year anniversary. So, but actually, we're bringing my character back soon for a new spooky. We called her the Priestess.
I do remember
So-
the priestess.
I
yeah.
love all
Yeah.
the priestess, and I think that's what I like to really about it too. Being an outlet is it's not just spooky, but you have like lots of like the three mothers. You have like
That's my one mom, by the way.
oh nice
Yeah,
like
she's-
very mother maiden crone like feminine energy.
Yeah.
Like I love that.
Actually, my poor mom. She every time her phone rings, she's all, no, do I have to get off the couch right now? So my mom has not always been a supporter of my. I'm like, this wasn't a phase from when I was 10, right? Because I'm 40 and it's a 30-year phase.
Right.
So, but she was the nun as well. I feel like she was something else. My mom's like solid.
She's come around and accepted you for who
now
you
she
are.
just and she works at the child care council, and she's like, look what my daughter just made. And they're like, I can only imagine their faces.
Was that child
Yeah.
traumatized?
Oh, look.
Has it gone from work to? Do you think she has fun with this?
I think she has fun. She has a good time. I think it's interesting. They like to see when I've edited, and I haven't necessarily shared it with the world yet. I'm all, look what I made, and they're excited. So I mean, I think that's kind of cool, like to have your parents that are, I don't know.
Well, I mean, a part of it, not
Yeah.
just supportive, but a part of it. That's
This was
fantastic.
the second photo, at least that we see, is like The
Yeah.
very dramatic. Is this the priestess?
That's the priestess, and that's Bree's head in my
For our
lap.
listeners.
She was my sacrificial goat.
Yeah.
Yes,
The head.
Yeah,
So good.
yeah.
So, okay, I have a technical question. Having been a photographer myself, what do you shoot? What's your camera?
I have a Canon Mark IV.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
No problems there.
Cannons aren't so bad now. are they?
No, hey. Yeah, I have a friend who recommended it, who's a local photographer. She does a lot different style than me, but it's she's very everybody's maternity and engagements. And,
Who can I ask? Who is? Who is it?
it's Hannah Erler of Exquisite Light.
Exquisite Light, okay, yeah.
she does beautiful, soft, like. Her pictures almost look like fantasy. They're just real pretty. But
Right.
she's actually really supportive of my venture.
That's
I have a
fantastic.
few photographer friends in town that do that same kind of thing. I'm actually really excited to see some of the local photographers doing Halloween. I mean, they're adorable. Like, they're so cute. Like they're little pumpkin heads, and like one just did a pumpkin head shot with another local small business's shirts that they made. So they're all very intertwined and support each other, and I love it. I
Do
mean,
you feel like you've influenced those kinds of connections?
I don't know. I mean, maybe. If I did, nobody said anything. But
I
you
really want
know.
to appreciate the two, like the dark lens, exquisite light.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at those pictures
Yeah.
now, and I see what you're talking. It's like
Yeah.
lots of golden hour and like
yeah, they're
pretty
very-
family pics.
I
Right.
mean, we make fun of golden hour stuff, but I mean, I hope they know that. Well, anybody that knows us knows that we're just like ribbing them.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know. But yeah, we're like, oh, golden
But
hour.
I fully also get what you mean.
Yeah.
Like golden hour can be, but then it's like it just keeps going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, yeah, I just can't. It's just not my thing. There is a flood of that type of market,
Right,
and
right.
and I still like to be able to pick and choose what I do and kind of plan and costume and whatever you think it's going to be, it ends up being better, and you know.
Do you have any plans to do any sort of like portraiture, but dark lens style portraiture for people?
Yeah, we've actually been people are reaching out
Yeah, I
for.
bet.
I've done actually some graduation pictures, which I actually saw him come in and sign up for the haunt. So go figure. But I've done a couple of.
You mean like
people's-
senior portraits?
Yeah, I've done a
That's-
couple of like senior portraits, but like that kid, he had like a mask and organs and
Oh,
stuff.
right on.
But yeah, I mean, I think it would be okay just on the side. It's definitely not going to be like one of my featured,
Sure, yeah.
things. It's not really my venture, but I guess it's better to pick up your camera than to not.
Well,
So,
exactly. And if you're looking to have a picture taken, oftentimes you're just looking for somebody who's got a style, and
Yeah.
you have definitely an aesthetic, and
Yeah.
it's more than just I'm going to get a picture in front of a background or golden
Yeah.
hour picture, stuff like that. No,
Or even
somebody's
more
going
than throwing spooky in there. It's like it's a look.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you.
It's a total aesthetic. Yeah. And I can see wanting that, not necessarily wanting it to be spooky, but wanting it to be gritty, wanting it
Yeah.
to be dark. You know,
and I
can see
like that. That's
Yeah.
what I've always really liked. I didn't really ever know what I was going to do. I just kind of do it, and then sometimes we're at home later and I'm like, Casey, come look at this. Oh, wait, come look at this one too, and this one. And he's like, oh, okay, but sometimes they amaze me when I see what I shot. Like I was laughing listening to my last year interview going, oh, all I wanted was 3 shots out of 400. The clown shot, I took 4,000 pictures, over 4,000 pictures. It was-
4,000 pictures?
4,000
8
pictures.
hours at a wedding as a photographer. I
So-
maybe have 500. How in the world?
That was 5 hours of makeup. 5 hours of makeup with 2 makeup artists, and I costumed. I mean, I had no more energy after costuming
bet.
that many people and
How do you-
piecing them together.
How do you go through 4,000 pictures, though? That's what
you
gets
cry and kind of scroll through and just start picking. I haven't even gone through them all. I just
Sure.
started kind of going, oh, in my mind there was a shot with these 2 people,
Oh my
and so it's kind of brain power and what you remember, and
Right.
kind of. I mean, I'm sure I'll get through them at some point. We've been making like fun reels and stuff.
Yeah.
Bree is the one that generally does like our TikTok type stuff, and sometimes I'll piece like as many photos together as I can for a reel and just be like, oh, look what we did.
So how much time do you spend with each image in the computer afterwards? How much editing is involved?
It depends on if I need to change it or
Right.
make them gorier or take a background out, or I mean, it can take me. I mean, sometimes I feel like some of them have taken me like maybe 20-30 minutes each, and you'll find that I do less of those, but if I just kind of
right.
put it in some of my vibes, it's real quick.
Like the picture with the girl in the mirror, of course, you know,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
a Photoshop. I get that. But it
No,
seems
it's not. How dare you?
I'm sorry. No. It's not where it's not. This isn't fourth wall.
It's a
broadcasting.
derogatory word.
Yeah. All right.
I can't believe you.
I'm working toward a compliment. And what I'm working toward is you put so much prep into so many of these. A lot of these images I could just see coming right out of the camera, just because you've done, you know, the
Some do.
makeup and everything. Yeah. The picture with Brie though, that first from last year, that looked like that was right out of the. You didn't. That was physical special
Yeah.
effects, right? That wasn't like actual like.
Some of those her sister actually had to take that picture because there is one where she's laying her head in my lap. I mean, you know, I'm sorry, wait, that was real. I cut her head off. But no, but there are ones that are hard like that, and we have to tripod and we have to keep still and
Right.
you know, focus. But some of them are just, I don't know, we're just kind of creative people,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
we both are pretty good at editing photos, even things like piecing them together and whatnot.
Yeah,
But I actually think Bree's a little bit better at that than me. She's actually the one that edited that priestess picture with her
Okay.
head in my lap. They're I don't know. Some of them take a long time. We like to make people's eyes real like gross or foggy, or like in The Exorcist, we made her real like kind of foggy and milky, gross.
Right.
You know.
So
I don't know.
those weren't contacts.
No, those are not contacts. No, those are her eyes.
Right.
I keep trying to tell you.
I'm so
You're just-
sorry.
Man, contacts are hell.
Really?
They are.
Yes.
I think I'm gonna
When
wear
very
one.
method.
I think I'm gonna wear one at, well, last Halloween I was Red Riding Hood with my eye gouged out, but so I wore one. Which, by the way, if they don't have pupils, you are completely blind. And I was the sober driver that night. I was a little alarmed, and I kept my right eye clear because I was taking pictures. So, but I could not believe how blind I was. I
Yeah.
had never worn one.
Designated
definitely.
driver.
terrible.
You've got no sense. You've got no depth
Yeah,
perception.
no, none. And drunk people are being like, I think behind you's clear. I'm like, oh, no, I don't trust you. Thank you.
So, come November 1st, do you take a few and sit back and go? All
No,
right.
usually like probably December, January.
Okay,
I go epic vacationing in the winter with a local, actually, the people who owned the VW bus. So they are my vacation buddies. I've been using
Right on.
their properties and stuff, the Slavics and the Hernandezes. Mambo Hernandez.
Yeah.
That was his bus.
Oh wow!
The guy who does the drum circles, and
Yeah,
then
yeah.
their family does the crepes and stuff at
wow.
First Fridays, and yeah, they're
Yeah, I
a
know
great
the
family.
Slavics. Yeah, cool.
Yeah, so we go vacationing in the winter time, and then I pick it up
Come back
again.
and resume. All right.
I really want to do some Valentine's Day this year. I'm doing it.
I can't imagine what your take on. Well, I can kind of imagine what
I've
your
been
take on
looking-
Valentine's Day
I've
would
been
be.
looking for a bathtub. I'm just saying that, guys.
Like a
bathtub.
clawfoot, like bathtub,
I
standalone
don't know.
bathtub.
Quad foot
Something
bathtub,
that it
yeah.
does not matter if it gets stained. I have a friend with a beautiful bathroom, and we're kind of worried about the material of the bathtub. So, yeah.
I'm doing me some thinking.
I mean, and not a bathtub like we used in The Hills Have Eyes and Deliverance.
That was
A
Yeah.
basin for stain.
Yeah, that was the actual
I
bathtub
wonder.
and a horse.
I
stall.
might be able to access one.
A bathtub.
Yes, it's my grandma's ranch.
Yes.
I
I
was
just gotta
wondering-
get it.
I was one. Yeah, we could like send you to Gabe. You know, go out and see Gabe Pamplona out there with his acres and acres of stuff.
Okay,
Like that.
so
right.
I heard a little rumor that he has some cars that get crushed, and
Yeah.
so I'm already after him. Don't worry.
So, I mean, you can go on like Google and you can see his yard from the sky, and yeah,
Look, everybody already thinks I'm creepy. I can't be like Google Earthing people's properties.
you can
now.
Google her. Gabe doesn't. Gabe doesn't matter. Gabe doesn't care. I'm sure.
No, Paul talks about what he finds on the air.
I do. and completely blow apart your whole illusion right in front of everybody. You mean you didn't cut off her head? But no, yeah, I go, yeah. And that would, and I know you get pitched ideas. We were talking about this before. We went on the mic about, because I had an idea, and I bet you'd just get that from
every day, multiple times a day.
Gabe's, you should check out Gabe's.
Yeah,
Just
I would
back
like
in
to.
Gabe's got, he's got also industrial equipment posting like post-apocalyptic kind of stuff.
Yes.
Industrial horror.
Yeah,
That is
yeah.
good.
Yes.
I am curious, like, how many of those do you get, and does it ever get tiring?
Yeah,
Like,
right?
Weird ones.
I try to be grateful because I do have people that support me, but
I got a little eye roll.
sometimes things are. You know what you should do? Witches.
Like, yeah.
Have you seen my previous content?
Yeah, no, I've had somebody like on my posts.
Of witches.
Oh, you should do a guy in a
You'd be
pig
like,
mask.
you should do, yeah. So I have, and I'm like, this is my picture that I shared. And I mean, I don't want to ever be a jerk, but I try, if somebody has a cool idea, I'll think about it, but I haven't used many outside ideas because I'm still kind of running wild with some of my.
Yeah, like you
own
need them,
ideas.
right? Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Well, I just hope you understand that when somebody like myself, like today, has an idea and pitches it, it's because we really dig what you're doing.
Yeah, people are just really excited, and
Yeah.
I know that.
Yeah.
It's sometimes I'm like, what? Oh, yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
You know?
It is 1 minute past 11. You're tuned to KFUG-LP Crescent City, 101.1 FM, online, kfugradio.org. Adriana Harris of Dark Lens Photography. Is there anything that we didn't ask you you want to make sure gets said?
I don't think so.
What can the community do for you?
Just keep modeling. Just keep modeling when I'm asking. We're hireable this year.
What's that mean, hireable?
We're actually put out a price list.
Really?
And our shots are really extensive, so it's a little pricey. But
Well, yeah, but you get, it's not just golden hour pictures.
Yeah, they're definitely not golden hour pictures. But we're just kind of doing our things. We'll ask people to model periodically. Just let us know if we ask you if you're interested.
Right on. All right, Darklands Photography. And opening night, 9 days away for David's Haunted Banner out at the old Elk Valley Casino. And you and Bree will be there.
We will be there in full costume.
All right, we look forward to that.
Spooky
Thank you.
are living.
Thank you, Adriana, for coming and catching us all up. And yeah, let's talk again. And I also wouldn't mind a copy of your price sheet.
Awesome.
All right, let's get back into the music. You're tuned to KFUG. These are the Beatles.